This one's called inflatables. I must be crazy, I thought. It's 6 a.m. and I'm sitting 15 minutes from my job in a convenience store parking lot to meet a guy that I barely know because he said he had some old inflatable decoys to give me. I would never have bought inflatable decoys even if I had the chance. Yet here I was, up earlier than normal, once again sacrificing sleep, sitting in a parking lot waiting for those odd birds. When my new friend arrived and popped his trunk to show me the goods, I was intrigued. They were old, the kind of old a thing gets that allows the rubber it's made from to lose its elasticity and its paint to crack. Some were unusable, but some still worked. I thought, wow, I could carry a ton of those in my boat. They didn't weigh anything. How convenient they might be. I could bring them out, inflate them for a time, and when they'd served their purpose, let the air out, and back into the bag they would go. What a novel idea. Fast forwarding a few years from my parking lot adventure while sitting at a church service today, I thought about those odd ducks again. As I watched the people around me, I couldn't help but think of how ironically similar most church folk are to those rubber deeks. Sunday comes, and they arrive on scene. They get puffed up through worship and the sermon, and once they've floated around a bit, most of them leave and the air goes out until the next appointment. It's downright odd, and it's definitely not the way things are designed to be. I feel for and pray for those who are only able to surrender on a Sunday, who get to that special place in a church house where they touch God's presence in worship during a sermon or a corporate prayer and are filled up. The people who don't realize that they are to become a living stone of the spiritually built church and carry the Spirit of God inside of them place to place wherever their feet may tread. I'm not writing of these things in order to condemn anyone, but that the people stuck in such a thing might see the place they are in as a starting point and desire to move beyond it. There's so much more to this new life than a Sunday service, and so much more available to tap into. We can walk feeling the filling up of the Spirit of God as often or as long as we want to, not just until the next time. We were never made to be inflatables. James chapter 1 verses 23 through 25 says, "For if anyone is a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like a man observing his natural face in a mirror. He observes himself, goes away, and immediately forgets what kind of man he was. But he who looks into the perfect law of liberty and continues in it, and is not a forgetful hearer but a doer of the work, this one will be blessed in what he does."